Hi friends, I'm Mama Koku, and I'm so glad that the Athens Clark Regional Library System invited me to share stories with all of you this summer. As you know, the theme is Tale of Tales. And I've got some great stories about some wonderful animals, and they've all got wonderful tails. So, I'm sure you're ready for your first story. This first story happens to have one of my many animal friends featured in it. It's Crocodile. Oh, Crocodile! He happens to be here with me. Hey, Crocodile. How are you today?
I'm fine, Mama Koku. How are you?
I'm good also. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad that he's here for this story. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. Listen carefully. You can go and sit in the river while I tell the story. Bye, Crocodile. Well, the story goes like this. Once upon the earth, there was Crocodile and Ostrich. One day, Ostrich was on the riverbank taking a sip of water. And watching her from across the river was Crocodile. Not my friend Crocodile, but a crocodile that was very, very hungry. As you know, crocodiles have long, powerful tails, and Crocodile's long, powerful tail was helping her to swim across the river because she was very hungry and excited about eating up that yummy ostrich. So, as Crocodile swam beneath the water surface with her eyes on top, soon she was close to Ostrich, and she surfaced, and then she opened her big crocodile mouth, and Ostrich popped up her head and went, "Good morning, Sister Crocodile." And Crocodile said, "What? What did you say?" She said, "I said good morning, Sister Crocodile." Oh, Crocodile was very angry. Said, "I am not your sister. You are my breakfast. I'm going to eat you." And Ostrich replied, "Oh no, you cannot eat me because I am your sister." Crocodile said, "You are not my sister." Ostrich replied, "Yes, I am." "No, you're not." "Yes, I am." Crocodile was so frustrated, she went back beneath the water and swam away. Well, she was still hungry, still very, very hungry. And so she went, "I'm going to go eat that ostrich right now." So again, she went under the water and began using that powerful tail to swim across the river. Well, once again, she surfaced and opened her big crocodile mouth. And Ostrich popped up her head and looked her right into her eyes. Looked into her eyes and said, "Good morning, Sister Crocodile." Crocodile said, "What? You stop calling me that. I am not your sister." "Yes, you are. You are my sister." Crocodile said, I'm not. And again, she did not eat that ostrich. She swam beneath the water to the other side of the river. She was thinking, why can't I eat that ostrich? I've eaten many ostriches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat her now. And so again, under the water, she swam closer and closer to the ostrich, surfaced, opened her mouth. Ostrich said, "Crocodile, my sister." Ostrich went, "Ah!" and went under the water and swam away, still hungry. Well, there she saw a lizard sunning himself on a rock. I love the sun, I love the sun, I love the sun. Crocodile swam up to Lizard. You know, distant cousins they were. She said, "Hey, excuse me, Lizard, I got a problem." Lizard said, "What's your problem, Crocodile?" "Well, there's this ostrich, fat and juicy. I really, really, really want to eat her, but she keeps calling me her sister. Tell me it's okay to eat her, okay? Well, Lizard began thinking, let me think. Crocodile was waiting patiently, and finally, Lizard spoke. Lizard said, you are leathery, and she is feathery. Crocodile said, yeah, totally different. Can't be any relation. Lizard continued, you are in the water. She is always on the land. Crocodile thought, yeah, that's right. I've never seen an ostrich swimming like me. And Lizard continued, you have a big mouth with sharp teeth. That ostrich, she has a beak. Crocodile said, yeah, no kin, no relation. Definitely not mine. And then Lizard interrupted, but you lay eggs, and she lays eggs. You are sisters. Crocodile said, no. Yes, you are. You are sisters. No way. You are sisters. Then, when Crocodile let those words sink in, a big crocodile tear rolled down her cheek. And she said, I can't believe it. I've got a sister. And she went beneath the water, swam across the river, and this time when she surfaced, she spread her short crocodile arms. And Ostrich spread her wide wings, and they embraced. Crocodile said, sister. And Ostrich said, sister. And guess what, friends? When crocodiles' eggs hatched and ostriches' eggs hatched, those baby birds played with those baby reptiles. And guess what? They called each other. Did you say sister? No! They called each other cousins. Baby birds, baby reptiles, cousins. Remember, there's a lesson in this story. All of us are connected in the most meaningful ways that are possible. All of us humans. Oh yeah, we're connected. We're all sisters and brothers. I hope you like the story. That's the end of that one. And I have another to tell. And I have a friend who's going to show up for this one. It's about a rabbit. A rabbit and who's coming? Rabbit always comes to hear my rabbit stories. Hi, Rabbit. How are you?
Fine, Mama Cuckoo. How are you?
I don't think everybody can hear you, Rabbit. Can you say hello to all my friends? Can you say hi, friends?
Hello, friends.
Very good. Rabbit, this story is a very good one, and I can't wait for you to hear it. Now, it's not about you, but it's about a rabbit. Are you going to listen?
Yes, Mama Cuckoo.
Rabbit always listens to my stories. Oh, go ahead and sit down and get ready. This story is about another rabbit with a fuzzy tail. And Rabbit lived on the river. And because this rabbit lived on the river, all the animals were his friends. Because the animals would have to go past Rabbit's house to go to the river. Oh, yes. So whenever they went to the river, they would say, good morning, Rabbit. Good morning, Rabbit. Good morning, Rabbit. One day, Rabbit was a bit thirsty, and he hopped down to the river himself. And when he got down there, he drank and drank and drank, and he went back home. But when he went back home, something was different. The door was closed. And he never left his door open because, like I said, all of the animals were his friends. So Rabbit scratched his head and scratched his chin. I know that I closed that door. No, I didn't close it. I left that door open. How did it get closed? Some animal is in my house. Some creature. So Rabbit knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. And then he said, hey, creature. I know you're in there. Who's in my house? And all of a sudden, Rabbit heard a voice that said, "Ha ha! I am the long evil one. I stomp trees, I trample elephants. Go away before I trample on you." Oh my goodness! Rabbit was so nervous, so afraid, he didn't know what to do. But down the road came one of his friends. It was Jackal. Jackal's on his way down to the river to get some water. And he stopped by to say hello to Rabbit. "Hello, Rabbit." Oh, Rabbit said, "Good morning, Jackal. How are you today?" Jackal said, "I'm fine." You know, a jackal is a wild dog. "How are you?" Rabbit said, "Not good. Something evil is in my house, and it won't come out. It's very scary." And Jackal said, "Well, I can get it out." And he knocked on Rabbit's door. Knock, knock, knock. He said, "Who's in Rabbit's house?" Oh, and that's when they both, Jackal and Rabbit, heard the voice. "I am the long evil one. I stomp trees. I trample elephants. Go away before I trample on you." Jackal said, "No, you won't. I will burn your house down." And Jackal started gathering leaves and twigs. He got 2 sticks, began rubbing them together until smoke started coming from those sticks. And Rabbit said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he knocked the sticks out of Jackal's paws and stomped them with his big rabbit foot. Said, "What are you trying to do? You going to burn my house down?" Jackal replied, "No, I'm going to burn the thing out of your house." Jackal was very silly and crazy, and Rabbit said, "Go get some water. Cool your temper." And Jackal went, "Okay." And he went down to the river to get some water to cool his temper. Next, coming up from the river, going to the river, were Zebra and Giraffe. They were walking, and they passed by Rabbit and stopped and said, "Good morning, Rabbit. How are you today?" Oh, and Zebra said, "Yes, Rabbit, how are you?" Rabbit was looking very, very nervous. "Not good, Giraffe. Not good at all, Zebra. There's something in my house and it won't come out. Oh, do you think you can help?" Zebra and Giraffe, they looked at each other and both agreed, "We will help you." And they knocked on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Giraffe said, "Who's in a Rabbit's house?" Zebra said, "Yes, who's in there?" And they both heard the voice. "I am the long evil one. I stomp trees. I trample elephants. Go away before I trample on you." Well, Zebra and Giraffe, they were very angry when they heard that. Oh, Zebra and Giraffe both said, "You will not. We will kick you out. We will destroy this house and you." Rabbit said, "No, don't kick it out. I don't want you kicking holes in my house. Go to the river, get some water, cool your temper." Giraffe and Zebra, all right, we'll go. And they left to the river to get some water, getting water to cool their tempers. Next, coming down the road were King and Queen Lion. They passed. They came to Rabbit and said, "Good morning, Rabbit." Rabbit said, "Good morning, your highnesses. How are you today?" They said, "We are fine." King Lion said, "No, Rabbit, you don't look very happy as you usually do." Rabbit said, "I'm not, your majesty. There's something in my house. It's mean, it's evil. It won't come out." Zebra and Giraffe tried to kick it out. Jackal tried to burn it out. I don't know what to do. Queen Lion said, "Well, we are the rulers of the animal kingdom. Whatever creature is in your house, we will have it come out." And so they knocked on Rabbit's door. Knock, 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 knock. And then they heard the voice. It said, "I am the long evil one. I stomp trees. I trample elephants. Go away before I trample on you." Well, when King and Queen Lion heard this, they crouched down and they jumped on top of Rabbit's roof, and with their claws and their sharp teeth, they began tearing and ripping the roof apart. Rabbit said, "No, no, your majesties, please stop, you're ruining my house." Oh, both of them stopped. They looked down at Rabbit and they pounced back to the ground. Queen Lion said, "Don't you want it out, Rabbit?" Oh, King Lion said, "Why did you stop us?"
Rabbit said, "Your majesties, thank you very much, but I still want my house. Please, go get some water and cool your tempers, and maybe you can help me later when you think of a more peaceful solution."
They said, and they went down to the river to get some water to cool their tempers. Well, Rabbit was very nervous, but luckily another of his friends came down the road, the path, and stopped to say hello. It was Elephant. You know, with a long trunk. Hello, good morning, Rabbit. What's wrong? You look a sight.
Rabbit said, "I am a sight, I'm a fright. There's something in my house, and it won't come out. It's very, very scary. Jackal wanted to burn it out. King and Queen Lion wanted to rip and tear it out. Zebra and Giraffe, they wanted to kick it out. I don't know what to do. I just want to go in my house and take a nap."
Well, Elephant said, "I can help." And with his long trunk, he knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. And he said, "Who's in Rabbit's house?" And Elephant and Rabbit heard the scary voice again.
"I am the long, evil one. I stomp trees. I trample elephants. Go away if I trample on you."
Well, Elephant said, "What?" And the creature inside said,
"Trample elephants."
Elephant said, "What?"
"Trample elephants."
He said, "What?"
"Trample elephants."
Elephant was so angry, so mad. He backed up as far as he could go and he started his own one elephant stampede. Did you know that there could be a one single elephant stampede? He started stomping and running. He trampled over Rabbit's lettuce. He trampled over his carrots. Oh my goodness! He trampled over all of the vegetables in Rabbit's garden. He was just about to trample over Rabbit's house when Rabbit threw himself in front of Elephant and went, "Stop! Don't trample my house!" And Elephant came to a screeching halt. Both of them were panting and breathing very hard.
"You need to get some water to cool your temper. You ruined my garden, and you almost trampled my house."
Oh, Elephant said, "Oh, no one tramples elephants." And he walked to the river to get some water to cool his temper. Well, Rabbit was very sad. He was very frustrated. But one of his neighbors hopped down the path. It was Frog. Frog said, "Hey, Rabbit."
Rabbit said, "Hey, Frog, what do you want?"
"Well, I'd heard what was going on. I think I could help."
You can't help. You got no muscle. You got no sharp teeth. What are you gonna do?
He said, "Well, give me a chance and I think I can get it out."
Rabbit said, "I don't know. I mean, you're green and you eat flies."
"Hey!"
Then go ahead, Froggy Woggy. You think you can get it, outy wowdy?
Well, Frog went up to the door and he knocked. Knock, 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 knock. "Hey there, who's in Rabbit's house?" And he heard the same voice.
"I am the long, evil one. I stomp trees. I trample elephants. Go away before I trample on you."
And Frog, in his biggest, strongest voice, said, "Hey you, I'm huge and ferocious. I spit fire and I bite poison. I'm gonna crawl under that door, spit fire, and bite poison into you if you don't please come out of that house. 'Cause that's Rabbit's house, it's not your house, it's Rabbit's house." By then, the other creatures, jackal, giraffe, zebra, the lions, they all came up, elephant, and they saw little Frog at the door talking strong and fiercely. And they said, "Yeah, come out of that house. What you're doing's not right. Yeah, what you're doing's not right. Come out now, I mean it. Yeah, come out now." And all of a sudden the door opened and out of the house came a teeny, tiny, itsy, bitsy, intsy, wincy caterpillar. It was Caterpillar. Caterpillar was like, okay, I'm out. I was just playing a joke. Remember, Rabbit, last week you tricked me? Well, I tricked you. Psych. All the animals started laughing. First Rabbit. Then the lions. And elephant. Then giraffes and zebra and jackal. And then they looked at Frog. And Rabbit said, "Frog, I shouldn't have judged you. I mean, yeah, you're small and you're green and you eat flies. I don't eat flies, but maybe they're good to you. But you didn't have to stomp or use your muscles. You use your mind and you use your words and you got it out." You caterpillar. And everyone had learned a very good lesson. Hey, you don't have to be rough. You don't have to be tough. Use your mind. Use your words. Sometimes you might need others to help you, but that should be good enough. Whenever it's possible. Choose peace. Choose peace. And that's the end of that. Wow. Did you like that story? I hope so. Because we have time for one more. And I have a friend that I know is going to really enjoy this one because it's him. Come on, Coyote, I see you over there. You guys are just over there playing by the river. Hey, Coyote, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Goku.
I can't hear you, Coyote.
I'm fine, Mama Goku.
I'm glad you're fine. I've got a story about you.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
I'm glad. Oh, you can go ahead and sit down with the others while I tell this wonderful story. One day, Coyote, who has a strange kind of, I guess, scraggly kind of tail, he was laying on his back watching beautiful bird fly back and forth across the sky. And Coyote thought, I would love to be a bird. Look at that bird flying so high in the sky. Bird. He began calling up to Bird. Bird, come. I would like to talk to you. Bird was very hesitant, but she landed not too close. She said, What is it you want, Coyote? I said, well, I was thinking, I love the way you fly across the sky. I want to be you. You want to be me? I want to be you. Oh, no, the Creator has made you a coyote. The Creator has made me a bird. You are a coyote. I don't care. I want to be a bird. And so, Bird thought. And then she said, all right, I will give you bird lessons. Coyote was very excited. Bird lessons. Yes. And so she said, first, we must learn to walk. She poked her chest out and her wings back and they began walking. Coyote stuck his elbows to the back of him, and he was walking. Oh, and they were walking like birds. Can you put your elbows back? Can you stick your neck out, chest out? I see you. Walk, walk, walk like a bird. Walk, walk, walk like a bird. They were walking and walking for hours. And then Bird said, all right, that's enough walking. I will teach you to sing. You can sing like me. Caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw. Oh, Coyote tried it. Caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw. Can you caw like a bird? Caw-caw, caw-caw. Caw like a bird. Ready? Sing, sing. Go ahead. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Everyone, walk, walk. Just like a bird. They practice their singing and their cawing and their walking for several hours. And then Coyote said, I want to look like you. She said, you want to look like me? He says, yeah. And so she thought, and she shook herself. Some of her plumage, her feathers, fell to the ground, and she picked them up and began sticking them into Coyote's pelt. That's the skin of an animal. Can you say pelt? Every time she stuck a feather in his skin, he went, ah, ooh, ah, oh, ah, 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 ah. Soon he had feathers sticking out everywhere. He didn't look like a bird, but he felt like he did. And he walked around and sang, caw-caw, caw-caw. It was a sight. And then he said, Bird, I would like to fly. Coyote, what are you talking about? I would like to fly just like you. And so she said, all right then. And so they climbed a mountain. Actually, it was 2 mountain peaks right across from each other. Can you imagine that? A mountain here, a mountain there. They climbed up. And then Bird looked at Coyote and said, do what I do. And she walked. She gave a couple of caw-caw, caw-caw. She spread her wings and she was flying. She soared beautifully across the sky to the other peak. And that's when Coyote took a gulp. He spread his wings, his arms, and replied, caw-caw, caw-caw. And he walked in his bird coyote walk. He spread his arms and he jumped. He jumped off the mountain peak. And then, guess what happened, friends? Oh, yes. He began flying. Coyote was flying. He couldn't believe it himself. He was flying and soaring and dipping, doing spins and dives and twirls in the air. He was a very odd-looking bird indeed. And then he flew by Bird and said, ha ha, I'm a bird. I'm a bird. I'm the greatest bird in the world. I'm a better bird than you. I'm a better bird than you, Bird. And when Bird heard that, well, she was very upset. She flew off of the mountain peak past Coyote, and she slowed down enough to pull out one feather, and then another, and then another, and then another. And Coyote, oh, what are you doing? Give me back my feather. And the next thing you know, Coyote was spiraling. Coyote was plummeting down, 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 down to the ground. And he hit it hard. Breaking every coyote bone in his body. There he was on his back, not able to move. And Bird, she flew down and landed on his chest and said, oh, Coyote, you can be a better you, but you can never be a better me. Children, there's a lesson in this story. Be yourself and no one else. The best thing you can ever do is be a better you. And that's the end of this story. And that's the end of the time we have together, children. I would like to thank the Athens Regional Library System and all of their friends and patrons for having me and allowing me to share summer reading stories with you. You have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the summer. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.